Hello children, I am very happy to meet you all in this session. In the last episode, we saw how to identify simple, complex and compound sentences. I gave you some sentences for you to find out the answers. Let us check the answers now. There are 10 sentences and for the first 3 sentences I gave you the answers in the previous episode. Let me give you the answers from sentence number 4. He is a good actor, still he is not popular. Identify the verbs here. Is, again is. There are 2 verbs here. So, he is a good actor, so it can be called as a clause. He is not popular, this is also another clause. He is a good actor gives a complete meaning, so this is a main clause. He is not popular, this also gives a complete meaning, so it is also a main clause. So, there are 2 main clauses here with one conjunction, which is the conjunction here still. So, there are 2 main clauses with one conjunction, we call it a compound sentence. Number 5, understand the concept well, otherwise you cannot solve the problem. Understand, there is one verb. Cannot solve, there is can solve, but this is in the negative form, but can solve, that is a verb. Understand is a finite verb, can solve, that is also a finite verb, otherwise is a conjunction. So, whenever you find a conjunction in a sentence, it is very well understood that that is a compound sentence. There are 2 main clauses here and there is a conjunction, so this is called a compound sentence. Sentence number 6, if you concentrate on your strengths, you will reap success in your life. If you concentrate, again concentrate, that is a finite verb, will reap, it is also a finite verb. We do not find any conjunction here, so this cannot be a compound sentence. Let us just check whether it is a complex sentence. If you concentrate on your strengths, this part of the sentence does not give the complete meaning, so this is a subordinate clause. You will reap success in your life, this gives the complete meaning, this is a main clause. So, one main clause with one subordinate clause, that makes a complex sentence. Sentence number 6 is a complex sentence. In spite of many failures, he hopes to succeed. Again hopes, there is only one finite verb here in this sentence. So, that is called a simple sentence. He is too lazy to do the work, and there are 2 verbs, is and to do. Is a finite verb, to do is a non-finite verb, and there is only one finite verb again. Number 8, sentence number 8, that is also a simple sentence. He spent the money lavishly and became poor. Spent, became, there are 2 finite verbs here and is a conjunction. He spent the money lavishly, that gives a complete meaning, so that is a main clause, and he became poor, that is a meaning, exact meaning. So, he became poor, that is also a meaningful sentence, that is another main clause, and is a conjunction. This is an example for a compound sentence. Sentence number 10, unless you run, you will not catch the bus. Run, will catch, there are 2 verbs here, it cannot be a simple sentence because simple sentence has only one finite verb. Unless you run, it does not give the complete meaning, so this is a subordinate clause. You will not catch the bus, this gives the complete meaning, so this is a main clause. So, that is one main clause and one subordinate clause. This is an example for a complex sentence. So, sentence number 10 is a complex sentence. Let us go on. So, in the previous session, we learnt how to identify simple, complex and compound sentences. Let us recall what we learnt. There are 3 kinds of sentences, simple, complex and compound. A simple sentence has only one finite verb. A complex sentence has one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. A compound sentence has 2 main clauses and a conjunction. Let us move on. The transformation of sentences. This is what you exactly have in the board exams question paper. So, you should know how to identify, and based on that we are going to transform one kind of sentence into the other. They may give you a simple sentence, ask you just to change it into complex, or they may give you complex and they may ask you just change it into compound, or you may have a compound sentence in the question paper, they may ask you to change it into simple, and this carries 2 marks. So, simple, complex and compound, how to transform from one kind to the other, this is what we are going to see in this episode. Look at sentence A, despite being poor, Radha is happy. Despite being poor, Radha is happy. First, identify whether this is a simple sentence or a complex or compound. Find out the verbs here as per the rule. Being, that is a non-finite verb, and is, that is a finite verb. There is only one finite verb here. This is a simple sentence. So, in sentence A, the underlined word is a finite verb. Is a finite verb. As there is only one finite verb in this sentence, it is a simple sentence. The first part of the sentence, despite being poor, does not contain a finite verb, hence it is called a phrase. So, this is how we are going to change one sentence, that is one kind of sentence into the other. Despite being poor, look at this particular part, there is no finite verb here. But for writing a complex sentence, you need 2 finite verbs, two clauses, one main clause and one subordinate clause. You definitely just need to just frame a complex sentence. Now, this simple sentence has to be just changed into a complex sentence. How will you change it? How will you transform this sentence into a complex sentence? Despite being poor, this is a phrase. Why? There is no finite verb. And if you change this particular portion into a clause, then you will have two clauses. And the answer should be framed in such a way that one should give the complete meaning, the other one should not give the complete meaning. So, what will you get? One will be the main clause, the other one will be the subordinate clause. You will get a complex sentence. To transform this sentence into a complex sentence, phrase is to be changed into a clause by changing the non-finite verb into a finite verb. What do you have here? Being, that is a non-finite verb. Change this non-finite verb into a finite verb. So, what will you get? You will get a clause. See sentence B. Though Radha is poor, she is happy. Though Radha is poor. Have changed being into is and I have added one word here, though. Though Radha is poor, she is happy. And in sentence B, the first part contains the finite verb is. So, being has been changed into is. That is, a non-finite verb has been changed into a finite verb, that is. Hence, it becomes a clause. So, the phrase becomes a clause. Though Radha is poor, as I just add the word, though here, it doesn't give the complete sense. It is a subordinate clause. She is happy, that is a main clause. So, one main clause and one subordinate clause we have here. So, you can call it a complex sentence. Now, we have changed a simple sentence into a complex sentence. So, this is a basic rule. You can remember this and change any sentence from simple to complex. By adding a finite verb, phrase becomes a clause. I have just highlighted this point here and this is the point to be remembered to arrive at the correct answer. By adding a finite verb, phrase becomes a clause. There are two clauses in sentence B. One is a main clause and the other one is a subordinate clause, and this is a complex sentence. I have already explained all these. Let me move on further to sentence C. Radha is poor but she is happy. And there are two sentences here, again two verbs, is. Radha is poor, that is a complete meaningful sentence, that is a main clause. She is happy, again it also gives a complete meaning, so it is also a main clause, and but is the conjunction. When you have two main clauses with one conjunction, you have a compound sentence. So, this sentence, that is sentence A, is a simple sentence. We have transformed that sentence into a complex sentence, that is sentence B, and the same sentence has been just transformed into compound sentence, that is C. Right? I have just shown you like how to change a sentence from simple to complex and compound. Let us go on. Clues for simple sentences, and this will be really very helpful. When you find out these words, you can easily identify the simple sentence, complex and compound also. In spite of, despite, nevertheless, due to, owing to, because of, on account of, having, besides, being, then on plus verb plus ing, and what is it? On seeing, on finding, on completing, right? And this is on plus verb plus ing. In the event of, in case of, in order to, so as to, in addition to, besides, and to. These are some examples for simple sentences, some clues for simple sentences. Clues for complex sentences: though, although, even though, as, since, when, as soon as, if, unless, etc. Clues for compound sentences: and, so, and sometimes you just use and so also, and then, and at once, and immediately. These are also just known as conjunctions. Or else, otherwise, but, yet, still, not only but also. So, all these are the clues for compound sentences. You can identify the sentence very easily through using these clues also. Let me move on. Examples. Example number 1. This is a simple sentence, right? And in simple sentence you use in spite of or despite. When you come across this particular clue in a sentence, in spite of his old age, he walked fast. That is a simple sentence. You can identify the finite verb and just to find out through that method also. Or as soon as you just see a sentence using this clue, you can find out the simple sentence. It's also one more method. And a complex, when you come across in spite of or despite, you should add though, although or even though in the complex sentence and just frame the sentence, you will get the correct answer. And in compound sentence, but or yet or still is to be used. When you rewrite the sentence, how is that given the question paper, rewrite as instructed, rewrite as directed. When you change one sentence, that is one simple sentence into complex or compound, and without changing the meaning, you should change it. Rewrite the sentence. What do you mean by this? You should not change the meaning of the sentence. Without changing the meaning, it has to be transformed into the other kind. That is very important. Though he is poor, he helps others. Look at the example. Though he is poor, he helps others. This is a complex sentence. And though he is poor, that is the main clause. He helps others, that is the subordinate clause. How is this sentence been changed into a simple sentence? So look at it now. And though he is poor, right, it is a subordinate clause. And now you should remove the finite verb and change this into a non-finite verb. So what will happen? The clause will become a phrase. In spite of being poor, here is a finite verb, and look at the sentence. and I have just changed this into being, that is a non-finite verb. And what happens here? Though he is poor, that is a clause, and in spite of being poor is a phrase. So when you change a clause into a phrase by changing a finite verb into a non-finite verb, it becomes simple sentence. In spite of being poor, he helps others. To change a complex sentence into a simple sentence, clause is to be changed into a phrase by changing a finite verb into a non-finite verb. This is a very, very, very important rule, and rule to be remembered while changing simple into complex and complex into compound, right? And he is poor but he helps others. Look at this sentence. This is a compound sentence. Why do we just say so? He is poor, that is a main clause. He helps others, that is a main clause, and but is a conjunction. So the clues I have given here will be really very helpful. For simple sentence, use in spite of or despite, and for the same sentence in complex, you can use though or although or even though. As a compound sentence, then you can just use but or yet or still. This is example number 1. Example number 2, being, due to, owing to, on account of, because of. You will come across all these only in simple sentences. When you have any one of these in simple sentences, you can use as or since in the complex sentence, and you will definitely get a correct complex sentence. And when you are writing a compound sentence, use so or and so. Let us go through the example. Being sick, my brother did not attend the class. Being sick, my brother did not attend the class is a simple sentence. Being is a non-finite verb, and did attend, this is the negative form. Did attend, that is a finite verb. So there is only one finite verb here. So obviously or very, very evidently, this is a simple sentence. How will you just change this into a complex sentence? Again, being sick, this is a non-finite verb, and change the non-finite verb into a finite verb, so that what will happen? Phrase will become a clause. So you will get two clauses. So you will have a complex sentence when one is the main clause, other one is a subordinate clause. So that is a rule. Being sick, and being is just changed into was. Why isn't it is and why is it was? You can ask me the question, ma'am, can't we just use is here? Definitely not. Why? Look at the second part of the sentence, did not attend. So past tense is used. You are supposed just use the same tense in the first half of the sentence also. As my brother was sick, right? There are 5 be verbs, be form of verbs: am, is, was, or were. When you come across being, and when you just change it into complex sentence, you can use any one of these 5, but see the tense and use it, and see the tense. Look at the tense here, did not attend. Did always shows you simple past tense, and definitely you have to just use simple past tense in the first half of the sentence. I mean the first part of the sentence also. As my brother was sick, he did not attend the class. Was, being has been just changed into was. So the phrase has become a clause. As my brother was sick, okay, right, this is the subordinate clause. He did not attend the class is the main clause. My brother was sick, so he did not attend the class. Or you can write my brother was sick and so he did not attend the class. This is a compound sentence. And being sick, okay, and my brother did not attend the class, the simple sentence has been changed into complex and compound. Let me go to the next example. Example number 3. In simple sentences, you have on plus verb plus ing or verb plus ing. On seeing, on completing, on finishing, right? Okay, all these are some examples. Or seeing, completing, or finishing. So this is also correct. So any one of these two you will have in the sentence. So when you have such sentences, in complex use as soon as or when, and in compound and or and at once. On seeing my mother, I ran to meet her. So look at this sentence, on seeing my mother, I ran to meet her. The seeing is a non-finite verb and ran is a finite verb. So this is an example for a simple sentence. How can you just change this into complex? Again, this non-finite verb, where is it? It is a phrase. The phrase has to be changed into a clause. That is, non-finite verb has to be changed into a finite verb. As soon as I saw my mother, I ran to her. Or when I saw my mother, I ran to her. Seeing my mother, I ran to her. That is also correct. On seeing my mother, I ran to meet her. Simple. Seeing my mother, I ran to meet her. That is also correct. That is also simple. As soon as I saw my mother, I ran to her. That is complex. When I saw my mother, I ran to her. That is also complex. I saw my mother and at once, or I saw my mother and I ran to her. That is a compound sentence. So I think I have just explained in detail, okay, the first 3 examples. Let us go through some more examples, but I am not going to explain it step by step. Hope you have understood, okay, how to just change a simple into complex or complex into compound. So I think everything is very clear. Let me move on. 4th one, simple, complex and compound. Some more examples I want to give you, but I will not give you what step by step explanation. That is enough. In the event of or in case of, that is simple. And in complex, if it is a positive sentence, use if it is a negative sentence, unless. I will explain this later. And in compound sentences, for positive sentences use and for negative sentences or else or otherwise. And it is a positive sentence, and look at the first example. In the event of your working hard or in case of your working hard, both are correct. In the event of your working hard, you can succeed, that is also correct. In case of your working hard, you can succeed, that's also correct. So, this is simple sentence. If you work hard, you can succeed. So, it is a positive sentence. And I want to give you an like extra point here. Unless is equal to if plus not. That means unless, the word unless means if plus not. So, wherever you come across if and not, okay, you can combine both and using a single word unless. Unless you work hard, you cannot pass. If you do not work hard, you cannot pass. If you do not work hard, if plus not, it means, okay, unless you work hard, you cannot pass, right? Shall we just move on? Right. In the event of your working hard, you can succeed, that is simple. It is a positive sentence. In the event of your not working hard, that is a negative sentence. So, now we have the positive sentence here. So, for positive, use if. If you work hard, you can succeed complex. You work hard and you will succeed compound, because this is a positive sentence. And for negative sentence, let me give you one example. In case of not running fast, you will miss the train. Not running fast, okay, that's a negative sentence. So, use unless in complex and or else, otherwise any one in the compound. Let us see the answers. Unless you run fast, you will miss the train, that is complex. You run fast or else you will miss the train, that is compound. So, that's a very easy example. Hope you can understand with this. Example number 5, simple to, that is a structure, and complex so that not, that is also a structure, and compound and. So, these are the clues for you. And the food was too hard to eat. The food was too hard to eat was only one finite verb, that is a simple sentence. As soon as you see the sentence, you can easily find out whether it is simple or complex or compound using the rules that I have given. The food was so hard that we could not eat it. So that not, okay, that is a complex sentence. The food was very hard and we could not eat it, that is a compound sentence. The problem is so difficult that I cannot solve it. This is not a simple sentence. Look at it, is and can solve, there are two verbs here. It cannot be a simple sentence. The problem is so difficult, that is a main clause. That I cannot solve it, that is a subordinate clause. So, one main clause with one subordinate clause, that is a complex sentence. How can you change this into a simple sentence? The problem is too difficult to solve, that is simple. The problem is very difficult and I cannot solve it, that is compound. And more examples are given here. I will read out. After Ram had completed his homework, he went to bed. That is a complex sentence. Having completed his homework, Ram went to bed. That is simple. Ram completed his homework and he went to bed, or Ram completed his homework and then he went to bed. I practiced well in order to win. That is simple, because there is only one finite verb. I practiced so that I could win. That is complex. I practiced, main clause, so that I could win, that is a subordinate clause, that is a complex sentence. I practiced and I could win. I practiced and so I could win, that is an example for a compound sentence. Sentence 3, I met an intelligent boy. That is a simple sentence. Why? Because met, there is only one finite verb here. Met is a finite verb. So, only one finite verb we find in this sentence. So, that is a simple sentence. I met a boy who was intelligent. So, we have framed this complex sentence in such a way that there is one main clause and one subordinate clause here. I met a boy, that is a main clause, it is a meaningful part, and who was intelligent, that is a subordinate clause. That is a clause, definitely that is a clause, there is a finite verb here, but it does not give the complete meaning, so that is a subordinate clause. So, it becomes a complex sentence. I met a boy and he was intelligent. So, I met a boy, that is one main clause that gives a complete meaning. He was intelligent, another main clause that also gives a complete meaning and is just used as a conjunction. This is a compound sentence. He hopes that he will win the match. That is a complex sentence. Why? He hopes, that is a main clause, and that he will win the match as a subordinate clause. So, that is a complex sentence. And how will you just change it into simple? He hopes to win the match, because we do not need two clauses to frame a simple sentence. We need one phrase and one clause. Normally, basic rule is only one finite verb you should have. He hopes to win the match. Hopes, that is a finite verb. To win is a non-finite verb. So, as per the rule, there is only one finite verb here. This is a simple sentence. He has hopes and he will win the match. So, he has hopes, that is main clause. He will win the match, that is the main clause, and is the conjunction, that is a compound sentence. Hope you have just understood, okay, all these points very clearly, and we have to just solve some exercises here. And before that, I want to just sum up the important points once again, right? And a simple sentence is a sentence which has only one finite verb. Complex sentence is a sentence which has got one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. Or you remember, complex sentence is a sentence which has one main clause and one subordinate clause. And what is a compound sentence? It has two main clauses and one conjunction. So, remember all these points to just identify. And after you find out the answers also, you should just check whether it is a simple sentence or a complex sentence or a compound sentence. For example, they give you a simple sentence in the question paper and they ask you just to change it into a complex sentence. And after you change it into a complex sentence, what should be done? You should check whether it has got one main clause and one subordinate clause. And you should also check whether you have just changed any meaning. This meaning should not be changed. That is also a very, very clear point. And this is how the questions are given in the board examination. Change into simple, change into complex, or change into compound. Transform the given sentence into a simple sentence, or transform the sentence into a complex sentence. We have an exercise here. Let us solve this exercise. Let us find out the answers for each and every sentence given here. This is how the question is given in the board exam paper also. Rewrite as instructed or rewrite as directed. So, the instructions are given in brackets here. So, according to the instructions, you are going to transform the given sentences. Sentence number 1. Conserve water in order to save the planet. Transform into complex. So, find out, okay, what kind of sentence is given first. In conserve, that is a finite verb. To save, that is a non-finite verb. This is a simple sentence. So, how will you transform this into a complex sentence? In order to save the planet, right? To save, this is a phrase. Already you have a clause here. Conserve water, that is a clause because it has a finite verb. And where do you find the phrase here? In order to save the planet. To save, that is a non-finite verb. So, there is no finite verb here. That is a phrase. So, this part has to be changed into a sentence which should have a finite verb. So, that you will have two clauses and you will have a complex sentence. Conserve water so that we can save the planet. Conserve water so that we can save the planet. So, this is the correct answer. Conserve water, again, that is the main clause. So that we can save the planet, that is a subordinate clause. So, this becomes a complex sentence. Bala is sick, he cannot walk. Combine into a simple sentence. So, there are two separate sentences here. Combine these two sentences to get a simple sentence. Being sick, Bala cannot walk. This is a simple sentence because being, that is a non-finite verb. Bala can walk, only one finite verb you find in this sentence. So, this sentence has become a simple sentence. There was a heavy rain, the match continued. Combine into a complex sentence. Again, two sentences are given, you should combine it so that you will get a complex sentence. There was a heavy rain, the match continued. Normally, if it rains very heavily, the match will not continue. But on one particular day, the match continued. So, though there was a heavy rain, the match continued. Though or although or even though, any one you can use here. Although there was a heavy rain, the match continued, that is also correct. Even though there was a heavy rain, the match continued, that is also correct. And all these are complex sentences. Though there was a heavy rain, that is a subordinate clause, the match continued, that's a main clause. So, one main clause and one subordinate clause, this always makes a complex sentence. John saw a lion and he fled without looking back. Transform into a simple sentence. John saw a lion and he fled without looking back, and you find the conjunction here. So, given sentence is a compound sentence. There are two main clauses and one conjunction here. How can we just transform this into a simple sentence? You need only one finite verb here. So, saw, this verb has to be changed into seeing. Seeing a lion, John fled without looking back. On seeing a lion, John fled without looking back. Both are right. I repeat, seeing a lion, John fled without looking back, or on seeing a lion, John fled without looking back. Sentence number 5. The mountain is so steep that I cannot climb it. So that not, this is a clue for a complex sentence. Hence, given sentence is a complex sentence. How can this be changed into a compound sentence? We need two main clauses and one conjunction here. So, you should just split the sentence into two. Split the sentence into two meaningful sentences. The mountain is so steep, I cannot climb it. So, these are the two main sentences. This mountain is very steep, that is one meaningful sentence. I cannot climb it, that is another meaningful sentence. So, you just combine these two using a conjunction so that you will get a compound sentence. The mountain is very steep and I cannot climb it. This is the correct answer. Sentence 6. He was lazy, so he lost the opportunity. Change into complex. So, given sentence is a compound sentence because two main clauses you have and one conjunction also. He was lazy, so he lost the opportunity. So, is the conjunction here. How can this be changed into complex sentence? For complex sentence, you need one main clause and one subordinate clause. As he was lazy, he lost the opportunity, or since he was lazy, he lost the opportunity. So, this conjunction is to be removed because conjunctions are used only in compound sentences. And second main point you should remember here is one main clause you have, you should have, and one subordinate clause also. So, that in such a way you should frame the answer. As or since gives the correct meaning. So, as he was lazy, or you can use since he was lazy, he lost the opportunity. As he was lazy, he lost the opportunity, or since he was lazy, he lost the opportunity. So this has become a complex sentence. If you spare the rod, you will spoil the child. Sentence number 7. Rewrite as a compound sentence. If you spare the rod, you will spoil the child. Right? This is a complex because first part of the sentence is a subordinate clause. Second part is the main clause. Remove if so that you will get two meaningful sentences. This is the easiest method to write a compound sentence. And writing compound sentences or framing compound sentences is very, very, very easy because you need two meaningful sentences and that should be combined using a conjunction. Using a suitable conjunction. Sentence number 7. If you spare the rod, you will spoil the child. You spare the rod and you will spoil the child. If you don't beat up the children, when they make mistakes, definitely we are spoiling the children. So that's the meaning of this proverb. Spare the rod and you spoil the child. Walk carefully lest you will fall down. Change into complex. Lest, that is a conjunction. Walk carefully, one main clause. You will fall down, another main clause, and lest is a conjunction. So given sentence is a compound sentence. And this is to be changed into a complex sentence. Again, we need one main clause and one subordinate clause. If you walk carefully, you will fall down. That is also correct, but lest is used only for negative sentences. If you do not walk carefully, you will fall down. That is also correct. But normally, when you come across or else, otherwise, lest, when you come across any one of these conjunctions, use unless and frame a complex sentence, you will get the correct answer. And that's the easiest clue. Walk carefully lest you will fall down. Unless you walk carefully, you will fall down. So I repeat, unless you walk carefully, you will fall down. Sita practiced regularly, but she couldn't win the competition. Change into simple. But is given, this is a compound sentence. And Sita practiced regularly, but she couldn't win the competition. So despite regular practice, Sita couldn't win the competition. That is simple. Or in spite of regular practice, Sita couldn't win the competition. That's also correct. In spite of or despite, any one you can use. The man confessed that he was guilty. Rewrite as a simple sentence. The man confessed that he was guilty. The man confessed, it's the main clause. That he was guilty is a subordinate clause. So this is a complex sentence. How can we just change this into a simple sentence? The man confessed his guilt. The man confessed his guilt. So there is only one finite verb here for confessed. So that is a simple sentence. I hope all of you have just understood in all rules about simple, complex and compound sentences, on how to just change it and how to just find out how to identify it and how to just transform one kind into the other. Hope every one of you have just understood this. Thank you so much.